Alrighty then. So in the last video, we ended by doing some looping through groupings, and then I had some crazy rambly bit for the latter half of that video. And I just want to go and actually do it right now that I've gone through the problem-solving process of messing up and failing before. So if you're interested in seeing how to do that thing right from the previous video, let's just get to it. So I was saying it was going to be too much work. I wanted that video to be shorter, and then I made it longer anyways. Let's do it right. So watch the previous video on looping through groups with the cats, or at least the first like half of it, where until I say, hey, that's the official end of the video. Just so you know exactly what this program does. And here now we're gonna fix what we were kind of trying to figure out in the last one. And you know, it's, I don't know. Let's just do it, right? You're still here. You're still watching this video. That means you're down to watch this loose kind of figuring it out video over here. Though I think I have it figured out. Even just like kind of I just recorded that video like 2 minutes ago, right? So even just the moment of like, okay, let's see how I would do this. Let's do it. So what I'm going to make right here to actually start making it, like I said I was going to do, is I guess I'll do it all on clicking. That kind of feels better than making a cursor move around with the arrow keys and I press space to make the thing. So I'm just going to make a draw cat equals true. Yes. So I'm going to start out by making a global variable called drawCat, and I'm going to set it equal to true by default. And then inside of the on mouse press, the part where I was changing the color before, I'm going to say first, if drawCat, can I just do not drawCat? Does Python allow me to do that? If not drawCat, so I'm not drawing the cat, that means that I'm changing the color of the cat. I only want to go to this part where I'm changing the color of the cat if I'm not drawing the cat. So let's make a little comment there. If I'm not drawing a cat, I'm trying to change color. So then what we'll do is for each cat in the cat group, check if we clicked it, and then change the color. Maybe I should have had these comments in the previous video, but whatever. So if I'm not drawing the cat, I'm doing that. Else, that means I am drawing the cat. I'm going to draw a new cat at the mouse X and mouse Y locations. Okay, let's even just see if that does it. They don't like not draw cat. So I guess I'll just say if draw cat equals false. Whatever. Maybe there's some Python thing that I'm not aware of, but I know that will work. So if draw cat equals false, hey, look, I can draw my cats and we don't have the weirdness from the last one, right? I can draw my cats wherever I want to draw them. Very happy. Yay. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is let's make a... I guess if I make a label, I should really have drawCat be like an object of that label or a custom property of that label. But whatever, we're just gonna make a label. So like drawCat label, and that's gonna be equal to a label at probably 200, maybe 50. Right, it has to have a value of drawing. Okay. And let's make the size equal to 30. Let's see how that looks. All right, we're drawing cats. We're drawing, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, on key press, we'll take a key in, and I'm going to say, all right, if drawCat is true, so I can just say if drawCat, because it's true or false. So if drawCat is true, well, it's already saying true there. If drawCat, then I'm going to say drawCat equals false, right? If it was true, I want it to switch over to false. Otherwise, I want to set drawCat to true. And then on top of that, we're going to name drawCat label. So if it was drawing time, we want to set drawCat label.value to say coloring time. And then otherwise, when I'm switching back to drawing, I want to switch to drawing. Alrighty. Now, that should be everything. And if you didn't follow that, let's see how it runs, and then we can, kind of unpack it and see how it works. But I just want to see if it works. We're drawing. Oops. we're drawing. I press the key. Unbound, local variable, draw cat reference before assignment. Draw cat was equal to true. Oh, we're just going to have to go ahead and turn this into a app.drawCat to make it more global and better than you. Hey. Ugh, now all the draw cats, I have to switch them to app.drawcats. Excuse me here for a moment. App.drawcat. Let's copy those 4 characters and just go on a pasting rampage. This should be good. I don't need an app over here. Okie dokie, let's see. Drawing cats. Press a key. Hey, we're coloring cats. Now when I click, because we're not in the drawing mode, nothing's being made, but I can change the color of the cats that I've made. Ooh, neato. I can press a key again. Now we're back in drawing mode, so I can go around clicking. If I click on cats, it doesn't change them to blue or whatever. I just make new cats on top of each other. And then I press a key again. Now we're back in coloring mode, and I can change the color of all these cats. Ooh, because I'm not doing, well, yeah, because they're like overlapping, I can change the color of 2 at once. All right, so it worked. Yay, applause, applause, I'll bow. And then let's just kind of unpack it just in case you didn't follow exactly what I was doing. I might have been going fast because I was figuring it out for myself. So, we already had it working from the last video. I'm assuming you understood the last video. What we did is we created a label just to let the user know whether they're in drawing or coloring mode. And then we created another just global straight up variable that's not a reference or anything, so I had to make it an app. And I just say, hey, this is true. We're drawing the cat by default at the start. Draw new cat, we already know. Now what we did is on mouse press, we check to see if draw cat was false, meaning we're not drawing cats, meaning we're coloring cats, then we do what we did in the last video. Check every cat that exists so far and color it in if that cat happens to be hitting where we clicked. So that's what happens when we're not in drawing mode. If we are in drawing mode, else, all we're going to do is just draw a new cat. And when we draw a new cat, like we saw in the last video, we add the face and the ears to the single cat group, which gets added to the overall cat group, so that when we want to change the color over here, we can change, we can go through each of those cats and change the color of just the head and the ears and not the eyes and the nose. And then finally what we did here is we just added a little on key press function that doesn't care about whatever key you press. I could have smashed the keyboard. Well, maybe I want to only press one at a time, because if I press a bunch at the same time, this might get called multiple times. Anyways, you press any button on the keyboard, and it's going to check if we were in drawing mode. If draw cat was true, we're currently in drawing mode, it's going to change our drawing mode to false. We're no longer drawing cats, and we want to let the user know that, so we change the draw cat label value to coloring, letting the user know that we're in coloring mode, right? If it's false, if it's equal to false, we'll be coloring. Otherwise, when it's not equal to false, we'll be drawing. And then similarly, right, over here, if it was true, we switch it to false. If it was false, well, we're going to skip this if statement, go to the else, and say, all right, well, we now need to set it back to true, let the user know we're going back to drawing mode, and then, yippee, yay, hooray, we did it. That's how it works. And that's how you get starting in drawing mode. I can press the button a couple times to switch back and forth, toggle between drawing and coloring mode. If I try to color, there's nothing to color, so nothing's going on. If I'm in drawing mode and I try to draw, well, I can draw all the cats that my little heart's desires. I can switch over to coloring mode, and now I can change the color of any of these cats that I want to. And I can switch back to drawing mode, draw a couple more cats on top of them, switch back to color mode, change the colors of the new cats, change the colors of the old cats. Anyways, all that to say, for loops where you loop through groups is pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.